There comes a moment in your life when you have to stop explaining yourself to people who have already decided to misunderstand you. They disrespected you. They betrayed your trust. They spoke about you behind your back. They tried to make you feel small because they could not see your worth. And your first instinct may be to fight back, to answer every accusation, to expose every lie, to make them feel the pain they caused you. But listen to me carefully. You do not have to attend every battle you are invited to. Sometimes your greatest response is your silence, not weak silence, not fearful silence, powerful silence, the kind of silence that says, I know who I am, and I do not need you to validate it. Let them talk. Let them assume. Let them misunderstand. Let them believe they won. Because life has a way of revealing what people try so desperately to hide. And sometimes the strongest thing you can do after being disrespected is walk away with your dignity intact. Disrespect can cut deeper than people realize because sometimes it does not come from a stranger. It comes from someone you trusted, someone you defended, someone you loved, someone you gave your time, your loyalty, your patience, and your heart. And when that person turns around and treats you like you meant nothing, something inside you breaks. You start asking questions. Why did they do this to me? What did I do wrong? Why wasn't I enough? But there is a lesson hidden inside that pain. Not everyone deserves access to your heart. Not everyone deserves an explanation. Not everyone deserves another chance. And not every ending requires revenge. Sometimes God removes people from your life because their presence was distracting you from your purpose. Sometimes rejection is protection, sometimes betrayal is redirection, and sometimes the disrespect you experienced was the very thing that forced you to discover how strong you really are. So do not waste your life trying to prove your value to people committed to undervaluing you. Stand up, straighten your shoulders, wipe your tears, and keep moving because your purpose is bigger than their opinion. Your future is bigger than their disrespect. And your peace is far more valuable than winning an argument. When someone disrespects you, they may expect a reaction. They are waiting for you to become angry. They are waiting for you to raise your voice. They are waiting for you to defend yourself. Explain yourself, fight back, or say something you will regret when the moment has passed. But listen carefully. Do not give them the reaction they came looking for, because sometimes people are not trying to hurt you because they are stronger than you. They are trying to provoke you because they know your reaction can become your weakness. They want you emotional. They want you distracted. They want you outside of yourself. And the moment you lose control of your emotions, they gain control over your peace. So do not give them that power. Be quiet. Take a breath, step back, think. There is strength in refusing to react. There is discipline in standing there with a wounded heart and still choosing wisdom over anger. There is power in hearing something painful and deciding, I will not allow these words to determine who I become. You do not have to answer every insult. You do not have to defend every rumor. You do not have to correct every lie. You do not have to prove your innocence to everyone who has already chosen their version of the story. Sometimes people will believe what they want to believe. Let them. Your job is not to control their perception. Your job is to control yourself. That is maturity. That is discipline. That is strength. Because anybody can react. Anybody can scream. Anybody can send the angry message. Anybody can expose somebody in the heat of the moment. But it takes a different kind of strength to pause, to breathe, to walk away. To say nothing when everything inside you is screaming. Say something. Defend yourself. Make them understand. But sometimes the greatest answer is no answer at all. Not because you have nothing to say, but because you have finally realized that your words are too valuable to waste on people committed to misunderstanding you. Your silence can become a boundary. Your silence can become protection. Your silence can become the space where you finally hear your own heart again. You have survived too much to let one person's disrespect pull you backward. You have cried too many tears. You have fought too many battles. You have prayed too many prayers. You have rebuilt yourself too many times. You have come too far. Do not surrender your peace because somebody else decided to behave without character. Their behavior belongs to them. Your response belongs to you. And that distinction can change your life. You cannot control what people say. You cannot control what they think. You cannot control whether they appreciate you. But you can control whether you allow their behavior to poison your spirit. So stay calm. Stay focused. Stay grounded. Keep your dignity. Keep your faith. Keep moving, because there will come a day when you realize that you did not lose anything by remaining silent. You gained yourself. And when your character remains intact while someone else exposes theirs, you do not need to announce who was right. Time has a way of speaking. Let your patience speak. Let your growth speak. Let your peace speak. Let your character speak louder than their accusations ever could. And if they expect you to fall apart because they disrespected you, give them an answer they never expected. Rise quickly, powerfully, completely. You know what happens when you spend your life trying to get even. You stay connected to the very person you are trying to escape. You wake up thinking about them. You go to sleep thinking about them. You replay their words. You remember their betrayal. You imagine what you would say if they came back. You wonder if they regret hurting you. You wonder if they miss you. You wonder if life will ever teach them the lesson they deserve. And slowly, without realizing it, you begin giving them space in your mind that they no longer deserve. That is not freedom. That is another kind of prison. You walked away from their presence, but you are still carrying their memory everywhere you go. You changed your surroundings, but you have not changed your focus. You stopped talking to them, but you are still talking about them inside your mind. So release them. Release the argument. Release the need for an apology. Release the fantasy of revenge. Not because what they did was acceptable. Not because they were right. Not because they deserve another chance. Release them because you deserve peace. There comes a point when you have to stop asking, how can I make them pay? And start asking, how can I build the life I was meant to live? That is the question that changes everything. Let karma handle what you cannot. Let life teach the lessons you do not have the strength to teach. You do not have to become cruel just because someone was cruel to you. You do not have to become bitter because someone betrayed you. You do not have to destroy somebody who tried to destroy you. Keep your hands clean. Keep your heart guarded. Keep your eyes on your purpose. Because you have work to do. You have dreams waiting for you. You have gifts inside you that have not yet been fully developed. You have ideas that deserve your attention. You have a future that cannot be built while you are constantly staring at your past. So stop looking behind you. Stop checking who is watching. Stop measuring your progress by whether somebody who hurt you is suffering. Their suffering is not your success. Their failure is not your victory. Their regret is not your achievement. Your victory is becoming free. Your victory is waking up one morning and realizing you no longer care what they think. Your victory is being able to hear their name without feeling your heart tighten. Your victory is remembering what happened without allowing it to control what happens next. That is freedom. That is healing. That is strength. So get up early. Work on yourself. Build your mind. Strengthen your faith. Take care of your responsibilities. Ride, learn, pray. Exercise, create, sieve, build. Keep moving even when you do not feel motivated, especially when you do not feel motivated. Because discipline will carry you through the seasons when emotion cannot. And every day you choose yourself, you become less attached to the people who tried to break you. Keep learning, keep growing, keep becoming. Do not waste your precious energy proving that you can hurt someone who hurt you. Prove that you can heal. Prove that you can rise. Prove that you can build again. Prove that your pain did not get the final word. Because the best revenge is not destruction. The best revenge is transformation. Become wiser, become stronger, become calmer, become more disciplined, become more faithful, become more focused, become the person your pain was trying to introduce you to. And one day, you will look back and realize something beautiful. You did not need revenge. You needed purpose. And once you found your purpose, you stopped caring about who was standing behind you. Some people will underestimate you. Let them. Some will laugh at your dreams. Let them laugh. Some will look at where you are today and decide that this is where you will always remain. Let them assume, because you do not have to correct every person who misunderstands your journey. You do not have to convince people that you are capable. You do not have to stand in front of the world and announce your potential. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is become quiet and get to work. No announcement, no performance, no explanation, just work. You do not need to tell everybody what you are planning. You do not need to reveal every goal. You do not need applause while you are rebuilding. In fact, some seasons of your life are meant to be private. There are dreams that need silence before they need an audience. There are wounds that need healing before they need explanation. There are plans that need discipline before they need attention. Sometimes you have to disappear into the work, quietly but tightly. Faithfully. You have to wake up when nobody is watching. You have to keep going when nobody is clapping. You have to keep believing when nobody understands what you see. There is something powerful about rebuilding your life without announcing the blueprint. While they are talking, you are working. While they are judging, you are growing. While they are watching your failures, you are learning from them. While they are counting you out, you are becoming stronger. Do not explain the seed to people who cannot imagine the tree. They may only see dirt. They may only see struggle. They may only see where you are right now. But you know there is something beneath the surface. You know there is growth happening where nobody can see it. And that is how life works. Not everything meaningful happens in public. Some of the greatest transformations happen in silence, when nobody knows how hard you are fighting. When nobody knows how many tears you have cried. When nobody knows how many times you almost gave up but decided to try one more time. That is where strength is built. So stop seeking permission to become who you were created to be. Stop waiting for people to understand your season. They may not understand your silence. They may not understand why you stopped responding. They may not understand why you stopped explaining yourself. They may even think you have given up. Let them think. You know what you are doing. You know what you are building. And, more importantly, you know where you are going. One day, your life will make the explanation unnecessary. Your peace will speak. Your discipline will speak. Your character will speak. Your consistency will speak. Your accomplishments will speak. Your healed heart will speak. The life you built after everything tried to break you will speak. And you will not have to say, "Look what I accomplished." They will see it. You will not have to say, "Look how much I changed." They will feel it. You will not have to say, "I survived what you did to me." Your presence will tell the story. And when you finally become everything you once prayed to become, you will realize something profound. You never needed to prove them wrong. You never needed to make them regret underestimating you. You never needed to make them apologize for doubting you. You only needed to become right with yourself. You needed to honor your purpose. You needed to trust your journey. You needed to believe that your beginning did not determine your ending. So keep building, keep learning, keep praying, keep growing, keep becoming, and let your life answer every question they ever asked about your worth. There are things in life you will never be able to explain. There are conversations you will never hear. There are truths you may never discover. There are questions that may never receive the answer you desperately wanted. And yes, that can hurt. Because the human heart wants answers. We want to know why. Why did they betray us? Why did they lie? Why did they turn against us? Why did someone we trusted become someone we could no longer recognize? We want justice. We want people to admit what they did. We want apologies. We want accountability. We want someone to look us in the eyes and finally say, "I was wrong." But sometimes that moment never comes. Sometimes the apology never arrives. Sometimes the person who hurt you never understands the damage they caused. And sometimes you have to move forward without receiving any of those things. That is where faith begins. Faith begins when you stop demanding that people give you the closure they may never be capable of giving. Faith begins when you say, "I may not understand this, but I will not allow it to destroy me." You have to believe that what you cannot see is not outside the hands of God. You have to trust that truth does not need you to scream for it to exist. Truth remains truth even when people deny it. Your character remains your character even when someone lies about you. Your heart knows what you endured, and God knows what happened when nobody else was watching. So stop forcing doors open. Stop chasing explanations. Stop begging people to recognize what they deliberately refuse to see. Stop trying to convince someone of your worth when they have already chosen not to value it. Walk away, pray, work, heal, grow, and trust the process. There are seasons when you will have to let time reveal what you cannot, because time has a way of exposing intentions. Time reveals character. Time separates truth from performance. Time shows who is genuine and who is pretending. You do not have to rush that process. You do not have to become the judge of every person who wronged you, because there are consequences for every choice, every lie, every betrayal, every act of cruelty, every careless word. Every decision made without love or integrity. You may never witness those consequences, and that is okay. You do not need to stand at the window waiting for karma to arrive. You do not need to watch someone's life fall apart before you can feel whole again. That is not your assignment. Your assignment is to keep living, keep becoming, keep believing, keep moving forward. Keep your heart from becoming poisoned by what someone else did, because if you allow their betrayal to turn you bitter, they continue hurting you long after they are gone. Do not give them that much power. Protect your spirit, protect your peace, protect the person you are becoming. Let God deal with what you cannot control. Let God handle the hidden things. Let God handle the unanswered questions. Let God handle the people who chose to walk away. You do not need to carry every burden yourself. Some things must be surrendered. Some doors must remain closed. Some people must remain in the past. And some answers will come only when you are strong enough to receive them. So breathe. Trust. Keep walking. You may not understand the story today, but do not destroy your future trying to rewrite yesterday. Have faith. What is hidden will not always remain hidden. What is true does not need your anger to survive. And while life unfolds in its own time, protect the peace that you fought so hard to regain. One day, you will look back at the people who hurt you and realize something you could not see when you were in the middle of the pain. They were never as powerful as you thought they were. They only had power because you gave their actions a home inside your mind. You carried their words, you carried their betrayal, you carried their rejection, you carried their disrespect into places they no longer belonged. You allowed yesterday's pain to speak to today's decisions, but now you know better. You know who you are. You know what you have survived. You know how many times life knocked you down and you still found the strength to stand. You know what you carry. You know what you have learned. And most importantly, you know what you are capable of becoming. So let them misunderstand you. Let them walk away. Let them tell their version. Let them remember you however they choose. You do not have to chase anyone. You do not have to beg anyone. You do not have to prove anything. Your worth does not decrease because somebody failed to recognize it. Your value does not disappear because someone treated you carelessly. And your future does not depend on whether someone from your past finally understands what they lost. You can be quiet and still be powerful. You can forgive and still keep your distance. You can love people and still choose yourself. You can wish someone well and never allow them back into your life. That is growth. That is wisdom. That is freedom. Because forgiveness does not always mean access. Sometimes forgiveness means you stop carrying the weight of what happened. You release the anger. You release the obsession. You release the need to make them understand. And then you keep walking. And when disrespect comes again, and life will test you again, remember this. Do not become what hurt you. Do not allow someone's cruelty to turn your heart cruel. Do not allow betrayal to make you incapable of love. Do not allow disappointment to make you suspicious of everyone who comes into your life. Do not allow bitterness to turn your beautiful heart into something cold. And do not allow someone else's inability to value you to make you question your own worth. Stand tall. Stay kind, stay disciplined, stay faithful, stay focused, stay honest with yourself. There will be days when the old pain tries to return. There will be moments when you want to answer. There will be moments when you want to prove a point. But remember who you are becoming. You are not fighting to win an argument anymore. You are fighting for your peace. You are fighting for your future. You are fighting for the life you were meant to live. And your story is not ending where someone disrespected you. Your story continues with every step you take afterward. Every morning you rise, every time you choose peace, every time you refuse to react, every time you choose discipline over distraction, every time you choose faith over fear. You are writing another page. So be quiet, not because you are afraid. Be quiet because you are building. Be quiet because you are healing. Be quiet because you are learning. Be quiet because you are becoming wiser. Be quiet because your future deserves more attention than your past. Let them wonder what happened to the person they thought they could control. Let them wonder why you no longer react. Let them wonder why their words no longer move you. The answer is simple. You grew, you healed, you awakened. And while they are waiting for you to react, keep becoming the person they can no longer reach, disturb, or control. Become so grounded in who you are that disrespect cannot move you, rejection cannot define you, and betrayal cannot destroy you. Keep walking. Keep growing. Keep becoming quickly, faithfully, unshakably.